them are more than pals.
Our show can be a little gay,
But if you're not,
that's okay.
you can listen and have fun either way. Xena, Star Wars, Doctor Who, guests and music and reviews. Game of Thrones, Winona too. We promise there's something for you. She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things. Nerdy things.
Hello and welcome to the She Nerds Out podcast. My name is Kat.
My name is Wayne Newton, or Wendy.
And my name is Tara.
On today's show, we're going to jump into the old mail sack. We've got some nerd news. And we're going to talk about Disney Plus Day. Happy Disney Plus Day, everyone.
Yeah.
Sort of.
And, looking back, happy Disney Plus Day.
I mean, every day is Disney Plus Day, isn't it?
Kind of.
Yeah, y'all seem a little disappointed.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
We'll get into it. But first, hey, Wendy.
Yes.
What day is it?
Well, what day is it? It's a very important day if you live anywhere but Southern California. It's National Check Your Wipers Day.
Oh.
Here, you probably don't need them because it never rains. But
It rains sometimes.
Sure.
Like 3 times a year right now. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So maybe it is important in LA to check your wipers because you never use them. They may be stuck to your windshield.
Well, yeah,
they've never moved
from
in
the heat. They've been
6 months.
They've been
Yeah.
baked.
The rubber melted onto your
You
windshield.
like just cracked apart. You
Yeah.
just-
That's very true.
as
That's
soon
very
as they
true.
move, they just snap off. Yeah.
And then they make they make your window look even worse. It's all
Yeah.
smudgy and gross. And yeah, you got
Mine's noisy. They're like, need to get checked out.
Well, you should probably do that then, Wendy. On
Probably. Maybe
National
I'll do that
Wipers
on
Day.
Tuesday.
perfect.
The
So
tomorrow.
it's not for the other kind of wiping.
Please no. Stop. No.
I don't know. There needs to be an awareness. I'm sure there's a day for that. There's a
But
whole
not
song
today.
about it. There's a whole song about it in the show, My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
You gonna sing it?
It's great.
And go.
No, I couldn't do it justice.
Okay.
All right.
But front to back is the way to go.
On that note,
It's a good reminder.
It is. It's good. It's a
check your
healthy way.
wipers and your wiping style.
Check out your wiping.
Make sure you're doing it right. Tomorrow's National Take a Hike Day. Tara and I did a little hiking
Speaking
over the
of
last
that,
weekend.
that's
We're going
right.
to get into that.
Yeah.
And we're still here to tell the tale.
Thank goodness.
Guess what Thursday is? It's Mickey Mouse's birthday.
Oh,
Happy birthday to Mickey Mouse.
wow. How old is Mickey?
I don't know.
I stumped you.
Fine. You did stump me. I'm going to look it up, though. Research.
Research.
It looks like
I'm gonna guess he
he was born in...
he's-
okay.
Well, he's probably like 90 years old, something like that.
He is 90, I think, 3.
Oh,
Oh,
it's pretty good.
93 years old. He looks great.
yeah.
for
I mean,
93.
We know he's had work done, so because he doesn't look the way he did when he was first on the scene. Like he's definitely
Yeah.
had some work.
But
What was
it's
the-
good work. It looks good.
It's flawless.
What was the name
Natural.
of his short film debut that debuted on November 18th, 1928?
Steamboat Willie.
Correct.
It's like when you see him in the park in person, it's like his face can't even move at all anymore.
Yeah, he has like no
Just-
control over his facial muscles.
Right. It
Yeah.
just stays in a smile and he just kind of waddles around.
Because he's always happy.
Because he's there, but he's here with us. So,
If I was at Disney,
Matters.
I'd be smiling all the time, too.
Fair enough.
yeah. And so,
So-
like Wendy said, Take a Hike Day came a little early for us. If you're not aware, well, first of all, this is Tara talking right now. And before I tell a whole story, I want people to at least know it's me talking.
Smart.
Apparently, it's very difficult still for some. We went to a tiny mountain town called Wrightwood, California.
Mhm.
And this idea came about when Wendy begrudgingly said, it's going to be 90 effing degrees in Los Angeles. I want to go to the mountains. And we always talking about go to these, driving up into the mountains when it's super hot here.
Sure.
So I said, okay, I'll go. And
Wendy sounds so angry.
I get mad when it's like that. And it's like, oh, we're going to have temperatures about 20 degrees over normal in November. I get mad and I just want to leave the town.
I get it.
So I did.
But she's kind of deduced that the anger, I mean, I get mad about it too. I miss the rain. I mean, I hate how dry and hot it is here because in Texas, at least you get thunderstorms, but Wendy has as a TV news director has to watch the weather and people be very peppy about this same weather
every day.
We don't even need weather people here in LA. It's just like put a picture of the sun up and that's all we really need. So
yeah, never changes.
I was like, okay, well, what are we going to do in Wrightwood? And didn't really know because it's not ski season there. Not that I know how to ski,
right?
But there is like a little ski resort there, and I didn't.
It's a cute
didn't
little
know what
town.
else. Yeah, it's really cute.
Yeah.
So I just Googled day trip to Wrightwood,
Nice.
and one of the first things that popped up was zip lining.
Nice.
Pacific Crest zip lining tour. And I thought, oh, never done that before. I done other, bungee things and that kind of stuff, but never zip lining. Thought, oh, well, that sounds fun and a new way to see the forest. And because otherwise I was going to have to like look for a hike or, we'd just be walking around aimlessly.
Sure.
And if you know Wrightwood, it's not like there's a lot of cute shops, but we got through those pretty quick.
It's
and
not
I bought
much going
a
on.
lot of stuff.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They had the Christmas. This Christmas season was in full swing in Wrightwood.
Nice.
So of course I have a problem. If you know me, I have an addiction to the holidays. I can't help it. I'm fine with it. I'm not even trying to
Good for you.
get better.
You've owned it.
And I just have like right now my house is just full of Christmas stuff ready to be put up
Wow.
as I take down the Halloween decorations.
Okay.
So yeah, so we got there early. So I booked the zip line tour, having no idea. It said it was 2.5 hours long, and you get six zip lines and 2 like free falls off a tree where you're of course buckled on something. Just push you off the tree. You get to experience that pain.
Okay.
And so we got up there early. We're very proud of ourselves because Wendy got to my house on time and then I was ready. And I was like, all right, and we're like, wow, we're both punctual.
Well,
We had
right.
something
So
exciting to do.
right. The day, because we're like, get the hell out of here. So the day started out lovely. And it was like an hour and 10 minutes from my house.
That's pretty good.
Very quick.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. And so up we went, up into the mountains. It was beautiful.
Mhm.
Big Pines. There's literally the next town over is called Big Pines.
Yep.
So there are a lot of those. We passed by the ski resort. Not much happening there, but I really want to go back and do tubing.
Cool.
And then we get to the town. It's really cute. I mean, it looks like they could totally just film a Hallmark commercial there. And we'll get to the best part of the town a little later in the story that we found.
Wow.
So we do some shopping. We go first. We eat at what was it called?
The Grizzly Cafe.
Diner.
Oh yeah.
Grizzly,
Diner.
yeah, Grizzly Cafe.
Cafe.
It was first we walk in and it's a freaking winter wonderland. They have a shop. I love little shops. If you watch Doctor Who, that's one of my favorite things that he says. It has a little shop, like a little gift shop. I love the little shop. I like the little shops too. So I'm a sucker. And of course they're like, oh, the wait's going to be like 15 or 20 minutes.
So we
well, Kat, guess what I did?
Shopping.
Yeah. That was full of spending money. So I got really good haul. They had some really cute fall stuff on sale as
Nice.
well.
Okay.
So we ate. It was delicious. They had fluffy big French toast.
Oh,
And Wendy, you got the pancakes? In case
Yes.
you're wondering, Kat, that's what we had.
no, I would have asked.
That's part of the story. We had pancakes and French toast.
Next,
Well, what time
Next
is
we
it
went-
at this point? Would you roll into the Grizzly Cafe? What time is it?
we arrived at approximately 9:40 a.m.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So we left my house right at 8:30, which was our goal.
Nice job.
So we rolled into town about 9:40, and then we started eating around 10 to 10:15.
Okay, great.
Well, here's the thing.
Uh,
You do have to balance like when you eat, because they're kind of like
Right.
don't go eat a big meal right before you
Oh.
zip line.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You want to eat
Mind you,
enough time to let it digest. A
Settle.
couple of potty breaks.
Yeah.
If you don't have a place to
Mhm.
potty out in the zip line country.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you don't want to have to go to the bathroom out there because
These are,
Mm-mm.
these are good
buckled
tips.
in.
These
then
are
you
good
want everything that's in you that needs to come out to be out before you go into the
Empty
zip
it all
line.
out.
tips. Very
So,
good information.
We try to time it, because our zip line tour started at 12:50.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh,
we're
you
like,
gave yourself
all right.
plenty of time. I'm so impressed.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way to go.
I know.
That's good.
So are we. So because we knew also that some of the shops closed really early, we
Oh.
knew that we'd be
You'd miss the
we didn't
shops if you were ziplining. Yeah.
right. And so after breakfast, we went next door to the Mercantile Acorn something. It was called Acorn something. Very Christmassy. It was a Christmas shop
Great.
full of. It was like an explosion. It was like you're just in Hallmark Christmas movie. So I only got one thing there. I did try on some flannels
I was
that
going
did
to
not
ask.
flatter me.
Tell me you got flannels.
I was looking for it. Let me tell you, that was goal number one. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to wait to go to Vermont there and get that Vermont flannel
Yeah.
shop. So but I was looking. I found because I want a flannel like jacket, a light flannel jacket with the pockets.
I love
You know what I
that.
mean?
I do. I love that.
I have a lot of flannels, but not like a cool like little jackety one with that you can make zip up
I like it.
with the little things. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's kind of what I was looking for. The cut, it just didn't fit. You know what I think the problem was? It was a little too, they were really trying to like girly it up. It was in the like women's section, where, and it was just tailored weird. I'm like, this is not, I can't chop wood in this.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I didn't get any of that flannel. When did
Mm.
you get a flannel? I can't remember.
I did not.
You did not.
None of them.
Okay.
None of them fit that great.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
tough.
kind of sized strangely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was really cute. Then we went over to the little craft fair thing with the
no.
the little shop that has like several vendors in it. You walk around.
I know
and
you love a craft fair.
Oh yeah, I do. So we made sure to hit up that place before we went because they closed at 3, so we had to go there first for our zipline tour. And so walk in, and at first like, oh, this is cute, but I don't know if there's really going to be a lot that I can buy here. But I did end up getting this really cool metal U.S. Forest Service sign.
Oh, cool.
It was really cool. Yeah. And then Wendy got a few things. What did you get, Wendy?
Well, the highlights, I guess, would be the lady who was actually working there. Like, she's like, "Oh, here are the things I made." So then you feel like, "Oh, well,
yeah.
I don't want to not buy her things."
She was walking
Right.
around being like, "Oh, me and my friend, we made those," and "Oh, we didn't make those, but we made these." It's like, shit.
So
I
then,
had to buy
but I
some of
did
her
have some
stuff now.
cute. I ended up buying a little. It was like a piece of wood that she'd put like some rocks in a thing, and it was like a little figurine of a bear ziplining. So I bought it.
Oh, well, that's cute. The
And
zip
thing
lining
on the
part's
wall.
cute.
And also then Tara found this little collectible because I like to eat Jello. I do like Jello, and I don't know who decided this would be a fun little thing. Please, okay.
Please, I need to
Yeah.
see this.
Yeah. So Wendy loves Jello. Sometimes if I'm just calling her for some other reason, and I'll be like, "What are you having for dinner?" And she's like, "Jello. I'm eating from my Jello trough," because she'll just make a whole thing of Jello, just like slowly. She won't cut it up and put it on a plate. She just eats a little bit out of it every once in a while.
Sure, yeah, as you do.
And then she doesn't even cover it. She doesn't even put like a. She just sticks it back in the fridge.
I mean, Jello is like its own. It's really its own covering. You know what I mean? That top layer gets really thick, though, right, Wendy?
Yeah, if you let it go too long.
Wants a little snack. She pulls out the Jello trough.
A little chewy at the end there. Yeah.
Okay, be that as it may, someone decided a fun thing that someone might buy, and it looks like they were right.
They found the right person.
On a rock. Let me describe it before I show you. They put a little black cat figurine
Oh my
and a little
god.
like a red ball, like it's playing its little ball.
Yeah.
Some greenery that's like supposed to be the bushes, and a box of gel.
What the fuck is that?
It's just a box of Jello like sitting in the bushes.
Oh my god.
I have no
I-
idea. What prompted
Wendy was
Kristen
checking out,
this?
like, I had already bought my sign, and so Wendy was checking out with her stuff. I was just kind of waddling around, like looking at the point of sale items that you have up near the register. And
Sure.
I
Cat
saw that. And I was like,
Jell-O.
Here,
what?
let me make
hell?
Wendy's screen bigger. Can you show me again? It's
I
like
just love that someone thought I would need to make this combination because certainly someone will want to buy it. And you'd think that was crazy, but it was true. It was waiting for me.
it's as if someone said, you know what, Wendy Woody's coming up here today. This is
Oh
what
my
we
gosh.
need. We need a cat and we need a box of Jello. Stat.
She
And,
showed it to
it's a
me.
black cat, just
Yeah,
like Webby,
Webby.
too.
Oh, I mean,
And that was
of course
one
you were
that-
going to buy that. You
There
had
was
to.
no thinking about it. Just give it to me. I don't even care what it costs. That was meant for me.
The first thing I saw was like, is that a box of Jello in like a bush? I was like, oh my god, there's a cat in front of it.
I don't think I
my
realized
God.
how
What?
weird this is till
Just-
this
It
moment.
just keeps getting better.
It just
It's
made
really
sense
weird.
to me.
What?
Oh,
why?
man.
Why?
Is there a story about a
We'll
cat?
post a
and
picture
Jell-O
of that.
I don't know about.
Yeah.
Oh, we will.
Is that a thing? Is that a
I'm
thing?
gonna have to look
Yeah.
that up.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe
Well, I
it's European
appreciate
or something.
whoever made that. Thank you.
Mhm.
Black
Mhm.
cat Jello.
And you see, I had plenty of time to kind of meander around after I had bought my stuff
Sure.
because this lady was very, very friendly and very meticulous with how she wrapped the objects and wrote the receipt out.
Is she crazy? A little crazy?
Yeah. she was quaint. She was quaint. She runs this business in
Got
the
it.
little town. Her two grandchildren were there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
By the way,
So-
there is a specific Jello shot called Black Cat Jello shot. So I don't know if that's someone's way of.
What is that?
So like an little old lady knew about that.
I
and she
don't
made-
know.
doing Jello shots in the back?
I have no idea. And then I bought this other cute little card.
We
It
should
was like
do
a Happy
Jell-O
Thanksgiving
shots.
card with a painting of a little cat and it said Happy Thanksgiving. And the lady who made it was like 80 something years old.
Oh, that's sweet.
I was like, well, how can I not get this?
it seems
Oh, and
like it seems like this store guilts you into buying things.
That's not hard to
Yeah,
do
okay,
for me.
fair enough.
I just wanted to buy something from every store.
Yeah,
Yes, so sweet.
the lady at the store seemed, like, oh, so sweet. Just, oh, I made this, I made that. She's
Oh.
very like friendly and welcoming, but really she's just trying to upsell you. She
Oh,
knows
she did.
she's not crazy cat. I think she's smart.
She's crazy like
She's
But
like,
we kept
all
running
right.
into that.
crazy like a
we
fox. Yeah, very smart.
went to a hardware
Right.
store and Tara wanted to get a map. And the guy's like, oh, if you want to meet the guy who drew that map, he works here. And then out front, I had bought this, like these little ladies and this other lady were sitting there selling things. Like they'd kind of cut out the guts of it's hard to describe it, like the guts of a book, but to where
Oh.
it spelled mom or something.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, and I bought one for mom. Tell her. Because it was just something different. They were doing it to raise money for something. And she's like, oh, I made that one. Then I felt bad for all the other little ladies in there that may have made the other ones I didn't buy. Like, oh, they're all very nice.
These
They're
are
raising money for
beautiful.
the library in the town.
very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
So-
like everywhere we went, there was just they made the stuff.
It's so
Even
cute.
the map. I bought this
Yeah.
cool fold out map with all the trails of Wrightwood around
Nice.
in that area.
yeah.
The kid at the front. If you'd like to meet the man that drew that map, he's standing in the aisle right behind you,
Oh
and
my
he works there. Yeah. So
Amazing.
after
We need to head to the zip lining.
okay, all right. I'm trying to set the scene.
no,
so
listen,
after the
we've
craft
set the
fair,
scene.
trust me.
we go.
People are enjoying
we
this,
go
so let's
to
keep
zip
going.
line.
Well,
We
that
go
was
to the
our
zip
last
line.
stop. That was our last
That was
Oh,
our
okay.
last stop.
Okay.
before a
So
zip line.
I was getting there, Wendy.
Oh
God,
man.
I would've left you on that tree.
I didn't want to leave the tree.
Aw.
Okay, so we go and check in on the zip line.
Yes.
And then we meet our guides. And oh, by the way, Wendy, I know you were looking confused when they kept saying, "Oh yeah, you guys filled out the waiver, right?" It's because when I originally signed us up, they sent both waivers to me, and I just forged your signature.
Oh my
I was
god.
like, I don't remember signing away.
Tara,
No,
that's-
it was like an electronic thing, and I just
Okay.
did it.
Thank you.
I was not like, I'm not going to forward this. I'm not going to do that. We're
No,
done.
pretty
so you
sure
signed it.
that's illegal.
I just
So I
played
really-
along.
I'm really glad that nothing happened to you.
Just for that reason.
Yeah. So, yes. So we check in. We meet our. First of all, we saw a big group just walk out right as we were walking in.
I thought we missed our group.
Yeah, I thought right because the girl we checked in a little earlier, and the girl told us to come back at 12:45. And we were there at 12:40.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're walking off with some other group. And we're like, "Fuck, did we miss our group?" And so we're like, "That bitch, she told us the wrong way." Yeah, but then we misjudged her. She did not tell us.
Damn.
So we went. So yes, we met our guides with Shane,
Alexander and Shane.
Oh.
Alexander and Shane. They are two bros, two dudes.
Were they
very
good looking bros?
I don't know. I mean,
they were
they were fine.
outdoorsy. They were fine.
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, they didn't look like
They weren't like big hulky
right.
ziplining dudes or something. I mean, they were. Like,
I would not. Right. They're kind of, they were fine.
Thin,
Average
agile.
build.
Okay.
Yeah, they look like rock climber kind of bodies.
Yeah.
That kind of
kind
thing.
of sinewy, kind of like
Sinewy, yeah.
lean and
Lean.
Yeah.
hmm
Okay.
But very nice. Very nice.
Okay.
And so they
Very capable, thank goodness.
Oh, good.
Yes. And so they laid out our harnesses. So then we had to put the harnesses on. Very attractive, let me tell you.
Oh, I know. I saw the pictures.
Yeah, we weighed the harness and the helmet were really flattering. I'm really glad.
I
that
love
all my
a harness.
pictures,
And
I'm
I
wearing
love a
that.
helmet. Any excuse to wear a harness and a helmet, I'm in.
Well, I'm glad I did wear the harness and the helmet while we were doing this. So
Doing it without the harness would have been tragic.
the harness was key to the success. I could have used like a towel and just threw it over the line
Sure.
and gone out there. So they're like, all right, well, the van's going to pick us up. So then this other dude in a van picks us up because we meet in the town at their cute little zip lining place, which is in quote downtown Wrightwood.
Sure.
And then the van takes us. And this van, I don't know, what are those like? What kind of van would you say that was, Wendy? It did not look like an off-roading van.
No, it was just a van. Like
It was a van.
Like carrying paint to go to like a
Right.
painter's van.
Like I'm pretty
Okay.
sure like this van normally would carry like school children in
Oh,
it, like
got
to a field trip.
Okay.
And so I'm like, okay, we must just be going down the road. Well, we did go down the road.
Are you
and
the
then he
only
pulled
ones
off.
in the van?
Oh, that's the thing. Yes, we were.
You're by yourself.
Because that group was from the time that was booked just before us.
Yeah.
So it was just another time booked.
Great.
And so we were the only two at 12:50.
Love it.
And they said,
We
oh,
had it
The best.
all to ourselves.
Love it.
oh yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, usually there's like 6 or to 8 people in this group. So we're like, all right, woohoo.
Score.
So we don't have to, talk to anybody else
Other-
or watch them be scared, whatever.
Other people.
So-
Ooh.
So we turn out the road in our van, and then the van goes seriously off road.
Oh.
I'm talking. The van driver had Indiana. No, was he playing Jurassic Park
First
music?
Jurassic Park, then Indiana
I
Jones.
love it.
Yeah. And if
love
you've
this
ever
guy.
ridden the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland, you know how it's like, whoa,
It's very bumpy.
and you're like,
Not as
"Bumpy."
bumpy as this was.
Oh,
That's
no.
what it was. Yeah.
Oh no.
But I'm like, how often do you take this thing off road? And they're like, oh, this is how we bring everybody up. And I'm talking, we went up like some switchbacks, totally dirt, like, "Bruh." And I'm like, holy shit.
And they kept
I mean, I
trying to
guess
ship
this-
us things out the window. You couldn't see out the windows. They were completely covered. with dirt.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
by
I'm like, what? You
apparently-
gotta wash these.
All this is right on the St. Andrews fault too. Like they're pointing
Oh,
it out to
yeah.
us as we drive
Oh
by it.
boy.
And he's like,
Where the
"Oh, to your
Pacific
right," not that you
plate
can
meets
see.
the,
Yeah,
what is it?
Other
Whatever
plate,
the other
yeah.
plate was.
dinner
Yeah.
plate.
And it was very interesting because you could tell like the difference in the topography
Yeah,
and
it is
what's
interesting.
growing, and it was very interesting. So I was like, well, that's terrifying. So we're going up on the side of the fault with this van, and I'm like, has this van ever broken down, or what do you do? Like, no. So I guess it's a 4-wheel drive. I didn't look at the tires that closely, but they had to have been good because it was a rugged trip to get
Okay.
up there. So then we get to this one place where it drops us off, get up, and then we are hiking up some more steps.
Okay.
He's like, oh, the elevation, you're going to feel a little extra winded. And I did, like, just going
Yeah.
up those, like, wasn't that many steps, but I was definitely feeling it. So we caught up to the other group, the really
Oh.
big group,
Yeah.
and they were doing their things. We got to see the last of them go. We eventually passed them, thank God. So we get our little spiel about the intro about, how this is how you break and this is how you put your feet.
Hi,
Pause.
Kitty.
Hold on.
We can
Pause.
talk over Pom.
Pause for pause.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
It adds a little flavor.
It's cute. It's fine.
Okay.
All
right.
right.
People love the
By the way,
animals.
do you want to guess how you actually break when you're doing this particular zip line? Apparently, there's different ways you can do it depending on where you do zip lining. You know how we apply the brakes to our zip lining?
You just grab onto the wire.
Yes, you do.
Do you have gloves
But
on?
you don't grab. You don't
Yeah.
grab.
Okay.
You have very thick gloves.
If
Okay.
you grab Cat, it'll rip your hand off.
Yeah, yeah.
All
And so
right.
there's two cables. I assume. I mean, it's connected to both. I assume it's in case one breaks, you've got the other one. Whatever. But
That's good.
so you have to, as you're fearfully, zip lining across
Yes.
the trees, you look at the guy across, and he'll signal you when to start braking.
Oh, so you have to
So
break.
you
This
break.
is not like
Oh,
an
yeah.
emergency only situation.
I think he has
Oh.
some sort of emergency thing, if to help control it. But you look up, put your hand up on not the top thing, not
Oh,
the
no.
top cord, but the second one.
Oh God.
You
Yeah, don't do the
touch
top one. That'll really fuck your shit up.
You touch it lightly, like petting a kitten is
Oh,
what the kid
That's
said.
what he
Oh.
said.
Just barely touch
Like petting
it,
a kitten.
and
Okay.
then slowly apply pressure, and all this while you're zooming up to another loft in a tree.
It seems like a
And
lot to ask
let me
someone
tell
to
ya,
do this.
The first time I did it, and I did it too hard last time. You do, it kind of jerks your arm back, and my arm seriously hurt today
Oh,
from
no.
touching it too much at first. You really have to just barely
said,
touch
Pet,
it,
pet that
Mm.
kitten. Pet that
and
kitten.
then slowly. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a weird thing that there's enough just doing the zip lining, but to
Yeah.
control your own braking by lightly touching the cable with your gloved hand
it's
is
a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure.
They really didn't. I wish they would have had us practice a little
Yeah.
before we
Yeah.
zip lined.
Sure.
So the first zip line was like this tiny little
12
thing.
feet.
Yeah,
across.
12 feet. Like from one time, they called it ground school. Like it didn't count. There were like two practice zips that were
Cool.
very short.
That's great.
Before you get to the crazy one, which I'm very smart of them to do. So
Yes.
the first one, that first little one, it's like, so pretty much the whole time you're just going to do the braking
Mm.
because it's so short. You know, you're not going to get any real momentum going. So even that first time I was like, oh shit, I'm doing it all wrong. And my legs are swinging. So I'm like, wait, do I go now? They're like, and you have to start on this tiny little stool. You step on this tiny little stool.
Right.
And I mean, it's like
Tiny.
it's like a log, like they chopped wood and it's like a log this
Sure.
big. I'm like, why
Very
the
small.
hell? There are a lot of unathletic people that come through here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Wendy and I are pretty athletic, pretty coordinated, but
Mhm.
I can just imagine the amount of people that come through that just getting up on that tiny, it was like,
Oh, I would fall. I would absolutely.
It was
fall.
wobbly, and they were wobbly.
Yes, they
They-
were not.
they were not that stable.
cemented down. Yeah,
Every once in a while, they had one with like a little step stool. That was good, but a lot of them had just
tiny,
cut log.
unnecessarily tiny. log.
Mhm.
What is the purpose
And
of the
so-
tiny log?
So not only do you have to worry about your braking, you've got to
Well,
get up on the tiny log
It's
so
so
they
they
can
can
latch
hook
you.
you.
Rabbit,
Yeah.
why isn't it wider?
I don't know that.
That's
I
the
don't. I
question.
asked that.
You
and
did?
he
What
was
did he
just
say?
Like, that's just the log. That's I don't know. He's just like that's just it.
Don't question the log.
Don't question the log.
My dog
so,
has something to say.
I don't know,
Okay.
but
Weird.
so I'm up. Yeah, you're up on the tiny log, and then he buckles you in. It's so it's not totally, going up your butt while they're
That's good, I guess.
go on.
Sure.
And then you get down, down there. He's like, okay, now get off the log, step down in front of the log, put your feet off the edge.
Oh.
And so you're like, oh man, oh my God. And he's like, okay, all right, now cross your legs. And now you're ready to zip. Okay, go on. And then you're like, ah, and then you go. And the first one's real short. And so you're braking. And oh my God, it was just I was flailing all over the place that first one because there's so many
Oh.
things. There's too many things to think about.
Yeah, it's all the things.
So we get to the second practice one, and it's significantly longer.
Okay.
It's like 4 times as long, probably.
Okay. This is serious. This is a serious line.
Get a little
Yeah,
more serious.
so
that
this
you're
This is
zipping.
like you don't break the whole time, right?
Yeah.
So we step on the ridiculous tiny log.
Yep.
And let me tell you, when you land, you have to land on the tiny log on the opposite tree fort.
Kinda. I did.
Come on.
I just waiting for the
You-
platform and then stuff.
But yeah, they're like, just get onto the log, get onto the log. I was
Yeah.
like, the
Fuck
fucking
you.
log was bigger than my big toe. I could.
Fuck off.
And so, and of course, these guys, they're a lot of fun. They, you know, had a lot of cheesy jokes. It was kind of like a Jungle Cruise.
Yes,
like they
Jungle
just have like
Cruise
a lot
jokes.
of
Nice.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's fun. A lot of blog puns, zipline puns.
Blogs. There were a lot of zipping,
That's great.
nature, hiking puns
Love it.
in there. So,
I love it.
and so then after that second practice one, then you turn. So you got these 2 little ones. If you look one way, and then you go onto the other side of the platform, and it's this big ass long one
Awesome.
that like.
That's
I'm like, well,
scary.
that escalated quickly. I'm like, okay, I do not feel capable. Like, can we zip back the other way and practice?
Not prepared. And by the way,
No.
you have 2 guides. One goes ahead, so
Oh,
they
okay.
can kind of
Mhm.
help catch you and make
Mhm.
sure it's clear. They have a certain limit of people that can be on each platform, so
Oh,
you make
that's
sure
great.
it's good to go. Make sure it's clear, and so you don't go till the guy that stays behind tells you.
Very good.
Mhm. And he
That's
literally
right.
like catches you and like pulls you in
Yeah.
a little bit at the last point.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Pumpkin has a lot to say right now.
Yeah, he's just glad you're surprised.
Exactly.
Um,
Very vocal.
yeah.
And Wendy, did you go first on that really long one? The first longer one?
I don't remember now. We were kind of
I can't
alternating.
remember.
I don't
Yeah.
remember. But let me tell you, it went from like, oh, this isn't so bad to holy crap, this is horrible. This is huge.
How fast?
And-
do you
Wait, I don't
you're
think I
going?
know how to stop yet. I think
what?
How fast? Like
how fast
30
He said
miles
some
an
of
hour?
you could get some of them you could get up to about 45, 50.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yes.
and one was 60. He
Well,
said.
one if you tuck your leg, because if you just put your legs extended, you would go. But if you tucked them in, which I did once, I didn't do it again. If you tucked your legs up, he said you could get up to about 60 miles an hour.
That seems too fast.
That's because
So-
the one time I did tuck my legs, I was like, I'm going to too hot, and I was like, oh,
Going too
hot.
I
know,
get
there's
a
a hand
little
trying to
too
stop
overconfident, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So,
Wow.
so when we did this longer one, the first long one.
Well, first of
Um,
all, we had to wait because they were really trying to convince one of the girls in the group ahead of
Yeah.
us to go. And
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because she
Oh,
Because it was the
no.
last
she
one you could
was-
do. Yeah, before you had to bail out, make a decision.
Oh no.
Yeah, after that first long one, if you thought I don't want to do this, that was your time. You could bail out.
Yeah.
And he said about 1 out of every 10 or 11 people do. Because if you don't bail
Yeah.
out, then you're in for the rest of it.
Yeah, there's
for
no
sure.
Yeah,
walking
There's
back.
no other way down
No.
except to zip
Pretty much.
down.
Yeah.
So,
And she did bail
Um,
out. Like as soon as she got to the other
Aw.
platform, I saw her go the other one. So she took the
Nope.
bailout, which I can't blame anyone who does because it's
Mhm.
scary.
So, what they didn't warn us about, which I found very intimidating and freaked me out, was not the height part. Like I thought that was fun, but what made me the most nervous while I was
Mhm.
up there, they don't tell you how loud the zip noise is going to be,
Oh,
where it makes you feel like you're going 1,000 miles an hour.
yeah.
Because like you start and you're like, "Rrrr," and then you really get going. It's like,
You can even hear it. Like when Tara
Yeah.
would go and I'm staying back at the tree, you could hear it in the chords as we're
Ah.
standing there. You could hear it just
Like,
going.
Damn.
yeah, because it's going, it's zipping.
Yeah.
Zipping.
And so it's so loud. And then you got the other guy, he's like giving us hand signals, supposedly. He
Sure.
taught us to those. And he's like, break, break. And he's like waving his hand. He's like, that's how I'll tell you. And of course, it was easy on the first two when he's like right there,
Yes.
Yeah.
you know. But then on that one, he's so fucking far away, I couldn't even see him. I was like, no, he can't tell me what he's saying. Is he telling me to break? Ah! And so it was tough.
If you break
so
too
I-
soon, you get stuck, right?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Oh
And
no.
it's-
Cut to the next zip line, the
shit.
next,
yeah. One of
which
one
is
of the zip
significantly longer than that one. It's
lines.
like
By the way, the longest
3
zip line,
times.
the longest zip line we did was over 350 yards.
Wow.
It was 1,100 feet, which I just Googled, and it says that's
Like
366
you can't
yards.
see the person is a dot
Yeah.
on the other.
Yeah,
That's
you can't see
insane.
the other platform.
Can't see 'em.
hardly at
Wow.
all.
That's
you
crazy.
just launch yourself into stuff. But Tara did one, and so she coming over, and she's breaking.
It was a really far one.
It was a really far one. And it's tough. It's tough to judge. Like, I probably came in a little too hot on a couple of them because I'm like, I'm scared I'm going to not make it. So, but Tara is about 10 feet.
Well, I was breaking because, again, I couldn't see him till like almost, I was right there. I was like, wait, do I break? And then I'm like, what's he saying? It's like, why isn't he wearing an orange vest? I can't see him. And so I'm pressing and I'm like a kitten, petting the kitten, and I'm like, I'm not petting it hard enough. And then I just, I got all mixed up.
Oh no.
So she kind of stopped about 10 feet from the platform, and we're both yelling, but anyway, if you do that, you're supposed to put your hand behind the pulley system or your little where your latch, so you don't just slide back to the middle.
Oh God.
So Tara starts sliding back.
It's a nightmare.
Like, put your hand behind me. Which she did.
I did.
Good job.
But then he
still be up there.
on out there and
well, that was intimidating too, because they're like, if that happens, put your hand. But then they're like, but if you put it too close, it'll hurt your hand.
Yeah.
So I had to so I got it, and then you got to flip your feet up like you're almost like a koala, or like a sloth.
Fun! And climb the rest of the way. I started
pulling myself, so I flipped up and I pulled myself a little back towards him, and he's like, "All right, I'm coming to get you." And then he goes out there, and I had no idea until I saw a video later that Wendy took. Because this is where Wendy's.
As soon as I see this happen, and I'm like, I got to record this.
As soon as she's got my phone because she was the only one that wore pockets with a zip, and so
very smart, Wendy.
As I'm like dangling out there, I'm like a sloth now, pulling my way back. She goes, Tara, what's the code to your phone? I'm like, what? No, what?
I felt pretty sure you weren't going to fall. Amazing. I just wanted to record it. And I'm glad I did.
And so until I saw the video later, I didn't even realize that he had, he comes up like a sloth. Like he puts his feet on the, he flips almost completely upside down, puts his feet on the top rope and to make it more taut. And then he pulls you with his feet and pushes with his feet. It's very interesting.
What the hell? I got to see this video.
It was like koala style. It was really cool.
And he was saying that he did have a girl who did not ever stop herself and was flat out right in the middle of the rope. And it was one of the long ones. He had to go all the way out there and go get her. And I was like, and he talked about some Girl Scouts that have done it. And I was like, how many of them started crying when they got stuck? They're there's definitely tears because they're hanging out there. They can't get either side.
It's scary. But, I'm imagining it's very scary.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, a 90-pound girl and some wind, it's not a good mix for the zip lining. They're not going to make it all the way across.
How high up were you at this point when you got stuck, Tara?
We were 150 feet. Like, it was pretty high. It's you're above the big pine trees.
At some point, you're basically out there. They've built this platform on a tall tree. And
tree fort
kind of thing. And so when I would go and I was waiting for Tara or my turn, I would literally hug the tree because I didn't want to get near the edge. I didn't have anything else really to hang on to. I didn't want to be grabbing the cable. So I just wrapped my arms around the tree and hugged it. I am terrified of heights. And so I did not want to look around. I tried to look around and enjoy it. I did not want to look down from the tree. That's for sure.
Well, good on you for doing this. This is
we also had 2 free falls, Kat, where you don't zip line. They hook you to this thing.
Oh God.
And you basically jump off the platform and you free fall for at most a second. It's not very long. And then the rope kind of pulls you. They kind of pull you. They lower you down. But it's still. And then the last one, they said, fall backwards.
Oh God.
Trust fall just off the platform of a tree. And I never had a doubt that I didn't think the rope or anything was going to break. I didn't think they would not catch me. But it's just not natural to want to do that.
No, your body's like, no, we don't want to die. Crazy.
It's so by the end, it was terrifying, but it was fun. Yeah. But there was a point where I just thought, I'm going to be glad when we're done. Because this is, and we talked about it because bungee jumping and skydiving I've done. This, and the difference, which that I saw was because you muster up all your courage and you jump and you're done.
Right.
This, you muster up your courage. Then you got to do it again.
Right.
Then you got to do it again. And they keep
8
getting longer.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah. You keep having to do all this stuff. And he said they even had a woman who would skydive, from the military, out of not just a regular skydive once, but legit hardcore skydive out of cool planes kind
with
of woman.
oxygen,
With
50,000
oxygen.
feet.
Oh,
And she said this was more terrifying because, yeah, and I can see why. Because you're up there, there's nothing. You're just jumping. You don't see the ground.
right.
And for me, bungee and this were both scarier than skydiving. The one time I did it,
Really?
because you can see the bottom, you see where you could fall to,
I
and then
see.
this, like I said, I think bungee, like I said, you, it's like you jump and you know you're going to get caught, but it's still scary. And this, but you just keep having to do it. And these things are so long. You're like, I'm just
Yeah.
launching myself into that and trusting.
Yeah,
all
you
this
can't
stuff.
see the other person. When
No.
the last
Wow.
two were so long that he was a dot, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what he's saying to me.
Wishing for
still.
the best.
Because the zipping was so loud, you also
Yeah.
couldn't hear him say anything. Oh shit! Yeah,
So
It was fun, though.
Sounds
I'm
like
glad I
a
did it.
real relaxing Saturday afternoon.
yeah.
It
So
was
after
cool.
that, we were beat. Like exhausted.
It sounds emotionally
Um,
exhausting too.
It is.
My legs are sore from having to get on that damn log,
Yeah, mine too. And my
all
arm from
wobbling around.
dropping myself.
I'm like, how do other
Wow.
non-coordinated people get on this log? You're making
I would say if you don't, if you're really new to ziplining, like we were, and you don't feel like you're, look into the type it is, because some of them it stops you automatically. I don't think you
Oh,
have
yeah.
to brake. Some of them have like a handle
Oh,
brake. You don't have
brakes.
to do the.
Right.
They have different ways that it's done at different ziplining, so
Hmm.
that's
Yeah,
definitely
they told
something
us-
to look into.
They told us afterwards, and what he said was, "Oh yeah, there's some other ones where there's like a pull brake or like they can brake for you, but we call that zip lying."
Zip what?
Zip
Lying.
line.
Oh,
That sounds like zip cheap. They don't want to pay
So,
for that stuff.
Apparently,
could be, yeah.
I don't know if you're not a real zip liner. Yeah, right. So
But I feel
like,
good
you know what?
knowing I did the hard.
I would have felt fine.
You would have felt
I feel
good
like,
about
honestly, I
yourself.
feel like
Yeah,
I was looking up ziplining. There's one that they say you can get up to 125 miles an hour.
Why would you
I
do that?
do not want to do
That's
that.
not safe.
It sounds very scary. I'm sure you
Yes.
go a long way because then, in theory, I guess you would slow down as you, because it slopes down and then back up.
Sure.
So, in addition to braking, I guess you would slow down on the upswing. But
it's gonna be so loud.
too much.
Just yeah.
Too much.
so we did a little more shopping,
Okay.
did a little drinking
Of course.
because I was telling Tara like we've been trying to not drink during November, and I said I don't care. I've earned it today.
Absolutely.
I'm having a beer after this
Good
because
for you.
I'm happy to be alive. And then on the way back, they in the van they showed us a place that we had seen but didn't realize what it was. It was an arcade with where you could go play arcade games for free
What?
and play with adoptable cats.
Come on.
It was a cat arcade.
Get out of here. A cat
It was
cage?
it was for real. It was like called Percade or something. I don't know.
Per ground.
Per ground.
And yeah, it was just on the corner. Like, oh, that's one of the new businesses. You can go play with cats and play arcade games, like a cat cafe, but arcade games, which is
Yeah.
genius.
So smart.
So
they-
yep,
Done some adoptions, like 13 since October.
I gotta
Yeah.
go.
Had cats, played
gotta
with
go.
cats, played foosball, played Asteroid.
played Street Fighter 2.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
played some Star Wars games.
Now
And,
you're just
Yeah.
trying to make me upset.
and then the cats were just chilling, and the cats
Yeah.
were so cute. They just get up on top of the games and
I
in your
lost at
business.
Galaga because the cat blocked my view.
Oh,
And I died
gosh.
because I couldn't see what my ship was doing.
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, very
We had
exciting.
a full day.
What an adventure.
You know what? The
Mhm.
high, I think, was 66, 67 yesterday
Mhm.
in Wrightwood as opposed to 91 in this place.
Sure. This godforsaken
Yeah,
place.
for real. I'm
Wow.
so glad I just said, I got to get out of here because we had a fun adventure
You won.
and
You
we saw
won.
mountains.
And you got a
and a
little.
really cool Christmas tree after it got dark. They had
Yeah.
lit up. They had
Oh.
this enormous pine tree that's just a big Christmas tree.
And you got a
very
cool
pretty.
souvenir with a box of Jello.
Yeah,
That was pretty
you never know
awesome.
what you'll find. in Wrightwood.
Well, listen, everybody. Thanks for listening. Next week.
Oh, are we just now getting the mail? Oh boy, sorry.
No, listen. That was a, that was
likes
a really
details.
that was a great story.
I like to put you in there, and it smelled delicious.
Oh,
It smelled like
of course.
Christmas. It
Yeah.
smelled like burning, like a wood fire,
Mhm.
and like wood cutting. I mean, it was just like the smells. Just put you right there.
Sounds like we could have a local snop treat up in Wrightwood.
Mhm.
That sounds like
That
a ton of
let's
fun.
do it. Ooh, and we could rent a cabin, and then we could just have like our podcast around the fire, and we could go to there was a brewery, but we were like, you know what? I just want someone to like, but it was one of those you had to go up and get your own beer and stuff.
Oh,
and we're like, you know what? I just want someone to like bring the stuff to me right now after all the zip lining.
You earned it.
We went to the Yodler. That was the name of the place we ended up going.
Wow. Okay. So much. It was great. I bet we're going to get a lot of feedback about this next week.
About the zip lining?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gay for Tara zip lining?
Yes.
Oh, why you got to do that? That's not what it was.
Well, I think we need photos.
There was no gay for Tara hashtag at the zip line.
Well, we need to. Can you share some photos, Wendy, with the
Sure.
group? Great.
We've got some we took. They were taking pictures as we went, and I looked at them. They're not great. They had like this old camera, this little old point and shoot. Some of them they're like, we're gonna get you falling back in the tree. Mine turned out good, but Tara's like blurry and barely in the picture.
Oh no.
And yeah, I think they need some more camera training. But you know what? It sucks, but I'm glad they could just at least keep us alive. So that's really all I expected out of them, to be honest.
There's that. Well, good.
So
That's
we'll
awesome.
see what pictures we've got to show. So, hey,
Hey,
you want to read some mail?
let's jump into that mail sack.
First up,
Splash.
Jackie
Jackie.
says, "Hey y'all." That's because that's how we say it in Texan. Hey y'all, Tara. Putting the in front of highway numbers sounds so weird here, but for some reason it sounds okay in California. Maybe I too have become too indoctrinated from my Cali brethren. Drink some Dr. Pepper immediately to try and get your Texan back.
Mitchell, drink a Texas, Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Wendy, for the Buster Pumpkin Picks, it's from Flippin' Park in Highland Park. Note, don't live there, but it's a nice place to go for walks. But I've also included some from the Arboretum. No dogs allowed there unless they are service dogs. Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. Because, yeah, you can't take dogs to Arboretum. Thanks for some additional BTS content on putting together the snop. The amount of effort y'all put towards bringing so much joy to folks around the world is amazing. I will raise a Disneyland churro in your honor next week. Jealous. Also, sounds like Kat has amazing organizational skills, or maybe she just likes checking off lists.
I do like lists.
Probably a little both. Oh, I had an additional thought for my journey through the back catalog. Tara, it sounded like you had such a good time with the fanfic reading. Have you ever thought of doing a reading for like the night before Christmas? Or maybe there's a way hot version of that out there somewhere. And or maybe I'll combine Snoptoberfest with a reading and have a drunk history-esque Snop episode. Have a good one, y'all. Kat, the Halloween figure in your garage was terrifying.
Thank you.
Jackie sent some pictures from Arboretum, which is, if you ever wanted to see pumpkins, that's the place to go. We'll have to put some up because the pumpkins are there. I don't even know how many pumpkins they use, but it's crazy a lot, and everything's flowery. There's a cool little butterfly thing, and then there's Buster, who looks like Buster was very tired from his yawning.
He was mid yawn. He's so cute.
He's like, I'm sleepy, and then he's like,
I'm just gonna put my head here. Yeah,
he's a sleepy baby.
Oh, Buster,
got the puppy dog eyes.
So cute,
so cute. Handsome boy.
I really like that idea of doing like a night before Christmas reading. Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's do
that. Would be nice.
Let's do that for our holiday special.
Okay. Yeah.
Hot cocoa.
Yes, by fire.
Cool. Well, I've got some stuff from Beck. Beck bought us 6 beers.
Hey, thanks, Beck.
Yeah. And Beck said, I've had a crummy week and wanted to have a beer with friends. I hope y'all are having a great week. Enjoy. Thank you.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry you're having a crummy week, Beck. That stinks.
Yeah.
I hope this week's better.
Yeah. And then we also have an email from Beck who said, hey, nerds. There are a lot of things I will forgive you guys for, but describing the mail sack as swollen is not one of them. I hate that so much. I watched that trailer like 17 times, and not once did I notice that Jennifer Beals was in it. Talking about the Star Wars, the Boba Fett trailer from last week. I'm so disappointed in myself. She looks so awesome. I can't wait. I can't believe I forgot to tell you the duckling's name. I have underestimated my son. He named it Ducklin, like Declan. He is only 6. How can he come up with such a clever name like that? We do have a dam in the paddock that it can live when it gets older. However, we have looked at after ducklings and sick ducks before, and they've all unfortunately flown away to be with the other ducks down the road a bit.
Well, they
Rude.
like their kind.
But I'm glad they have family.
Yeah.
Last week, when you read out my email, I realized my green tea makes me sound like a bit like a high school bully. I promise there is only affection behind it. But we also have established my bullying love language. So this is just an example of that. Love you guys, Beck. Thanks, Beck.
Thanks, Beck.
Back.
Hey.
I like that.
Hey, nerds.
I'm more than fine with not calling the male sac swollen. That's gross.
Well, sometimes
That
it
was
is.
fine.
Sometimes it is swollen.
Well, that one might have crossed the line.
Sometimes it's bulging.
And also,
Well,
that's also weird. I also, if I had not had it pointed out to me, I'm pretty sure I could have watched that trailer 17 times and not noticed it was Jennifer.
I
Lawrence.
agree. Same.
That would have gone by me every time.
yep.
Pretty sure.
I think a lot of people had that issue.
Totally.
Like, what the hell? Jennifer Beals. Okay.
Hey, guys, I have an
All
email
right.
from Mel.
Hi, Mel.
What is it?
Well, let me read it to you. Mel says, "Dear message board moderators."
Well, that's what we are now.
Apparently. I agree with Mara. I'm Team Motherland for Salem. That's a really good show with an interesting look on the mechanisms of power, a lot of badass women and non-binary folks, a queer relationship, and a lot of crypto lesbian vibes between two characters. Hashtag Tadler.
No, it's toddler.
Toddler?
Toddler.
Talder. Oh, my bad.
Talder.
Hashtag
One of those.
Talder. It doesn't really roll
Toddler.
off the well, it doesn't really toddler doesn't really roll off the tongue. It should be Tadler.
No,
I'm,
it doesn't.
I'm changing it.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Fair enough.
I confirm you'll never look at blue balloons the same way, as will the people of Hulu after some dedicated fans of the show delivered blue balloons to their lobby as a part of the hashtag Save Motherland Fort Salem fight. I finally
Was it on the cusp? Were they going to cancel it?
sounds like it. Yeah.
Man.
I finally watched the San Junipero episode of Black Mirror, and gosh, it was so good. I should have listened to you before. This episode is like comfort food for the heart. Also watched the 4th and final season of Black Lightning, pretty well written superhero drama with a relationship between two women. Sounds like the kind of stuff you like. AK, the Witchwood Brewery sounds great. I'm already a fan of Hobgoblin Ruby. I'm all in. I usually go once a year to Scotland to hike and visit whiskey distill. Oh, God.
What?
Mel, you're upsetting me because I'm jealous. I usually go
Yes.
to.
We're bitter.
We're very bitter. I usually go once a year to Scotland to hike and visit whiskey distilleries, but I don't know a lot about breweries in the UK. We have the team building part of the Snop International Leave a Drunk Message retreat. Hashtag Gay for Tara. Mel.
Oh,
Thank you, Mel.
Hey, you know what, Mel? You watched the episode of San Junipero. Here's my question. Have you watched it twice? And if you haven't, you need to, because you will catch so many things that you didn't catch the first time.
Yeah, it's true.
Just saying. There's a lot to pick up on a second viewing. So that's my recommendation. And I'm jealous. You go to Scotland.
yeah. I want to hike Scotland.
I
I was
know.
supposed to go to Scotland last year, but someday it'll happen when we're allowed. But
It'll happen.
I'm curious about
and
the
when
blue
I
balloon
do,
thing.
I will be setting up all of these brewery tours, stop international tour, at least with me.
A one-person Snop
I
tour.
got friends there, and we'll be in Scotland and England. So
Sounds amazing.
Ugh,
Yeah.
jealous. I'm kind of curious about the blue balloons thing in this whole
Mhm.
sequence.
Yeah.
That's the second time people have said you won't look at blue balloons the same way again. So I'm kind
Exactly.
of curious about that now.
Yeah.
hmm.
I'm sure you can just Google it.
Okay.
That's true. I could Google it, but then they'd ruin it.
That's true. Will you watch it? Do you have any interest in
I don't
watching
know.
the show?
don't
I
know.
do.
We'll see. Well, let's move on to AK.
Aha.
Have you heard of AK? Here's AK.
I want to know how many consecutive shows AK has sent an email for.
I mean,
I know we don't know that right off the top.
No, but
top
I
of
mean,
our heads.
since
I'm just interested.
Yeah, I would say since they first started emailing, they haven't missed a
Mhm.
week. They
I
haven't
don't
missed a
think
week.
so. I
Mm-mm.
don't think so.
Dedication.
AK says, "Morning, you snoptastic little lovelies. Seconding Mara, I just finished catching up with Fort Salem and I enjoyed it. Thought it was surprisingly good. Queer character sci-fi lead, unusual enough to warrant giving it a go, right? There's another vote for Fort Salem. Choking on porridge. Fucking awesome Hicks Bleecker. Alexa stroking out. That mental image will stay with me a while. You made them choke on their porridge. Way to go, Hicks Bleecker. Wendy, how did you not get third-degree burns from all over from being in the presence of such an epicenter of hotness as Ming-Na and Amy under the same roof? Pretty sure I did. Mentally, anyway. Please, for the love of whatever you esteem, if you want to get her on the podcast, don't make a joke out of Ming-Na's name. Unless the cunning plan is to antagonize her into agreeing to just come on to just chew you out. It's an unusual tactic, but I guess it could work. And I mean, $100 is $100. By the way, Ming-Na has now, because of work, had to move to Sunday.
Right.
So my options were cancel the autograph or here, buy a Sunday ticket for a slight discount. Not, would you like to change your Saturday ticket to a Sunday?
Right, of course. Of
Like,
course.
we'll let you buy another one slightly cheaper.
That's so nice.
Anyway, looking forward to hearing your take on the Disney Plus Day stuff. I just watched Shang-Chi. I liked it. Was good. I guess you can probably guess my thoughts on the mail sack. I'm going to listen to whatever you do with your emails, however you choose to play it. Mix them in, keep them separate, make the pod longer, do a bonus pod. I'm going to listen to it all, whatever you do. AK does the little,
Like,
shoulders emoji.
Yeah, shrug.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoulder shrug emoji.
Shoulder shrug. As far as I'm concerned, the more time you guys spend talking to us, the better. Whether that's mail or news or reviews or getting sloshed on beer that smells of cat piss. I love the Snop
It's my
community
favorite.
and I love the Snop. All good. Snop on, AK out.
We love you, AK.
Oh, Snop community. I like that.
I
I
like
love the
that.
Snop community
Yeah,
too.
we do. We love it. We love. I love everything about the Snop community.
Me too.
And there's something in here. Oh, okay. So maybe you don't insult Ming-Na's name,
I was never going to insult me.
but you are going to ask her.
Play
I
on
was
words.
never going to do that.
She
My
would
chance
never.
to meet Ming-Na, I'm not going to make a
All right.
buffoon of myself.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, I have one, and this kind of takes a different turn.
Oh.
We got this one. It's pretty important.
Oh, okay.
It looks really important here. It's from a doctor, Dr. Soraya Farah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Sounds serious.
Yeah. Says, hello, I'm a Canadian-born geologist and
Oh.
businesswoman presently in a medical facility in Bahrain, the Middle East. I have a very important need at this time for a mission project that will require your personal involvement if you can.
Oh my.
Shall we discuss details upon your response? Dr. Soraya Farah, Manama, Bahrain.
You'd think Dr. Soraya Farah would have praised the Snop at some point.
Yeah. I mean,
You think?
Does
are
she
they
not listen?
Are they a listener? I don't understand.
Does this doctor, are they wanting us to wire them money?
It's not
I'm guessing
clear.
that's going to be the end game. Or maybe just
That's
wants to
what-
know where they can find the back episodes of the Snop.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Or where to
right.
find merch, maybe.
Maybe.
Right.
Where's
They
the Gay for
never-
Tara stuff is what Dr.
Specific, yeah, they didn't even hashtag a gay for Tara, which I find down offensive at this point.
That's
So,
suspect.
That is weird.
so this geologist and businesswoman presently in a medical facility at Bahrain, a very important need for a mission project that will require your personal involvement. What could that be?
Wow.
Personal
They need us. You
involvement.
We need-
guys.
I think we need to write him back.
They need. I think we will.
I
let
think
them
if
back.
Dr. Soraya is a listener, then she can let
Well-
us know.
well,
Write us again if
what-
you're listening.
How should we respond, though?
We would love to help.
All right.
Just
Um,
send, ask
let
her
her know
we
we
can send
can-
money.
Yeah, tell her we can send her our social security numbers and bank information to
Okay,
wherever
True.
Okay.
she needs it. Yeah,
Okay, great. Well, then, yeah. Can you guys? You text me your stuff, and I'll include it.
Sure.
of course.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean we could just read it here on the podcast.
Oh, yeah,
make
go-
it easier.
That's
Okay,
true.
you go first.
I'm sure Dr.
Okay.
Dr. Soraya is listening. You can
Yes.
just write it down.
Okay, 52711.
So, yeah, I'm not too sure about this one, but we'll
Okay.
see if she writes back.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see if she's really a listener.
Okay, great.
Yeah. On the fence about that one. Exciting. This is our first email from a doctor, I think.
I think
A medical
it is.
doctor?
Yeah, very, very
Is it?
impressive.
Are
Yeah,
we sure it's
Right.
legit?
Well,
I'm impressed.
Well. yep.
Speaking of being impressed, the fight for hashtag Gay for Tara T-shirt continues. The hashtag Slew Crew have taken up have taken this movement very seriously. So I want to acknowledge them. I'm trying not to laugh. I want to acknowledge them. We acknowledge your work, Slew Crew. You're doing the Lord's work. Keep it up. Things are kind
No, I think Dr. Soraya's doing the Lord's work over there.
I mean, I think we all are. We're all doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, it's all a little different.
Yeah, so it's coming.
Mixing it up.
It's coming. What you've been asking for will be coming soon. Hopefully, maybe by Christmas, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
probably
great.
by this, I've yeah.
No,
it'll be
it's
here
fine.
very
Wendy, it's fine.
I had to go hang in the trees
You
yesterday.
were busy almost dying yesterday.
And buy Jello cats and stuff. So.
But I also like hashtag the Slew Crew. So I think that we can also work Slew Crew into maybe its own design or something. I like Slew Crew a lot. It's very cool.
Okay.
When Tara, do you have anything to contribute or add? Comments?
Would you like
questions?
to speak to your
Do I
gay Tara?
Need to send. I'm going to find the most flattering picture of myself. And I'm going to send it over to you. And it's not going to be the picture of me with the helmet and the harness. That's for damn sure. From Zipline.
All right. Well, this picture, I'm gonna speak on behalf of the Slew Crew. There's going to be some requirements. You need to be wearing. You need to be wearing flannel.
I'm glad you said that. Not like nothing.
No. Hey, come on. Don't make it weird. And you also have to be doing that signature move. Was it the gay spread or something? What were you? It was at the San Diego event, and there's a picture of you, and you're like,
yes.
You're sitting very gaily.
You know, I think I'll put up. No. Oh boy. That's.
All right. Well, just think about that.
Too much. I do have one from when we went to see the Gilmore Girls set, and I dressed, of course, as Luke.
Amazing.
So I'm in a flannel.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little nerdy.
That could
as
work.
well.
Perfect.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We'll
or maybe you'll just say gay for Tara.
I mean, there's that.
And they won't really be able to place which Tara it is.
That's true. You could use it in multiple purposes. Yeah, that's smart. Okay, hey guys, why don't we jump into some nerd news?
Nerd news, nerd news. I repeat, we have breaking nerd news.
Hey, listen, guys, the internet was on fire on Thursday.
Oh my goodness.
With the finale of Supergirl, there was rumor. Would you say it was a rumor? Was it a hoax? How do we want to describe
it? Was even a
Mm.
hoax? I don't know. And if there's anybody that knows more about this whole thing than we do,
which there are plenty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was a picture that came out that looked like Supercorp, which Supergirl had its finale the other day, and they had a wedding with and I haven't been watching the show, so I'm sorry, I'm not caught up on details. But Alex, who the sister of Supergirl, got married
To a woman,
yes. But then there was a scene where Kara and Lena were talking, but no kiss. But then a picture showed up on Twitter that they kissed, and so then it started spreading that there was a kiss that was filmed and scripted, but they ended up not using it, and
blew up. It was hashtag Supercorp
huge.
kissed. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
It was trending pretty high there in just general Twitter for a while.
right. So I was thinking that's real, but then someone on
very
Twitter
well
had said,
done. It looked convincing.
It looks pretty convincing, but then someone posted they had actually photoshopped it. And it was like this picture, and then there were different versions of it, and it was like people posting screens, like, where like it's on the set, and you're taking a picture of the camera, filming the scene, and you can see it on the monitor. So there was a lot of work, but I everything I've seen, and I went to the Twitter account of the person who had said they'd photoshopped it, and it's like they're an art student kind of person, and I think it was photoshopped, but if I'm wrong,
it would make sense if it was photoshopped. And the script that was moved, that the script page that was kind of being sent around, didn't look like a real production script. It looked like somebody just typed it up, because those things there's so much security with those things. They're watermarks, like your name is on the script. There would be the date of its, the draft name and the date. It just looked like somebody at home on their word processor, like, I'm going to make a scene that has them kissing in it.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about the accuracy of this, but it blew up the internet for a little bit.
It sure did.
Because people were pissed thinking that they had filmed this scene and they didn't air it.
Yeah.
And kind of, I think some were mad and some were like, look, boom, we've got, we're seeing the kiss. They actually had sort of almost gone there, whatever. It was almost like justification in a way. But then, and I think the person that did it just like, look, they kissed in the scene, convinced me otherwise. They photoshopped it. Like, look, here's my version of what happened. And then I think it just kind of took off.
It blew up a little bit. Yeah.
So I don't know if you're like disappointed that it was not real, assuming it's not real, or you're like, hey, at least we have this. At least there's something that.
Yeah. It's the closest they'll probably ever get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and we've talked about queer baiting on the show, and a lot of the fan base that I see on Twitter, hashtag queer bait is like all over the place. So yeah, the show is I've never seen it, so I don't feel qualified to talk about it, but it seems to me like there was enough there that the writing was giving, maybe some idea of a possible ship happening, and then just kind of kept like pulling it away. I don't know. Tara, you've seen the show more than I think Wendy and I have, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was never a Supercorp person. they have I don't want to say too much about it, but I thought they just seem friendly. Of course, they're two, very attractive women, and it's like, well, why wouldn't I want to see them hook up at some point? But I didn't immediately go there, and I watched through season 5. So
interesting.
I was never big on it, but I mean, I don't know. And from all I could tell, unlike in Warehouse 13 with Micah and HG, where the actresses were like, oh yeah, we're totally playing into that. We wanted that. Mm-hmm. So even though we weren't given the green light to really do that, we did everything we could to, like, it was real, so, but on the contrary, what's her name? Melissa Benoist and, oh my gosh, what's Lena's
Katie
real
McGrath?
name? Thank you, Katie McGrath. They have been the opposite. They're like, no, there's nothing there, adamantly against that. It's like, no, we have the representation in the show, that's what it is. And, we're not trying to make this anything like that.
So you don't feel, I mean, again, I know you haven't seen every episode, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you feel like the writers were purposefully queer baiting?
No, of all the times I can think of being queer baited, that show for me wasn't one of them. I actually really liked how they handled Alex's storyline, and her coming out was one of the realest ones I've seen, and the ones like most relatable. So no, I never thought the show. There's plenty of shows that you could say that about, but I don't feel that this one made me feel that way.
Okay, and I would say if there's a listener that has seen every episode and does feel like it's queer baiting, we'd love to have you on. Let's get into it.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
Speaking of Supercorp and fan fiction,
and getting it on.
And one of our listener emails mentioned our fan fiction app.
Yeah.
There's a little quiz that I'm going to take right now.
Live.
That tells us, what fan fiction trope are you?
Yeah. This is from autostraddle.com.
Autostraddle. And it says, are you the kind of person who disappears in the middle of a party because you simply have to read the latest chapter of the fic you've been not so patiently waiting on for an update for the second time it's live? What? Does that make sense? I don't know. I don't write for Autostraddle. Do you have a mental list of fic whips that will probably never be completed and therefore will haunt you for the rest of your life? I know. It's so annoying when they don't finish it. There's like,
but, it's
3 chapters and they don't finish it.
Yeah, but they don't finish it. They don't get paid to do it. That's all for free, so you can't really.
Yeah, but they get us hooked.
I know. All right. So this says, basically you're going to figure out anyway, if you can relate to the unhinged behavior, then once again, this quiz is for you. Do you embody the gentle energy of a coffee shop AU, the chaos of a crossover, the scintillating push and pull of a hurt comfort pick? A fic.
Whoa, hey. Hello.
Take the quiz to find out and drop your hottest fic trope takes in the comments.
Okay.
All right, Autostraddle, let's do it. Where would you be the most likely to have a meet cute? At the theater, on a dance floor, at a bookstore, at an amusement park, record store, dog park, sports court, or in a grocery store? I'm going to go with dog park.
Good call.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Dog park. Yeah.
Okay.
You got
Okay.
the dog. It is like, wingman.
Totally.
When I have my dog. Oh yeah.
And you-
It makes me like way more friendly person. Like you just have something to gush about.
it's
cute
true.
your dog
and,
is, and-
and you know that the person likes animals, which is a big deal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What sign are you most attracted / drawn to? Pisces. You don't know enough about astrology. Cancer, Sagittarius, Gemini, Capricorn, Scorpio, Taurus. I think usually I end up with I'm a Pisces, and I think most of my significant others have also been Pisces, which probably has not worked out. So I'm just going to go with Pisces.
Okay.
Even though I think Gemini too. Gemini.
Okay.
But I'm really good friends with most Geminis
I see.
too.
Okay.
What sign do you avoid? Virgo. I don't know enough about astrology. Libra, Gemini, Sagittarius, Aquarius, or Scorpio. Sagittarius.
Is that and
Pick
that's
a chain restaurant.
Okay. Did you just guess that, or is that like legitimate? You avoid Sagittarius.
I don't avoid. I could even say I don't care. I don't
Yeah,
outwardly
that's what I
avoid
said.
them.
That's what
I
I
just
said.
kind of know like what they say. Pisces
I
doesn't go
see.
well with, but
Got it.
I
Okay.
don't avoid.
Okay.
Pick a chain restaurant. Cheesecake Factory, TGI Fridays, Olive Garden, Margaritaville, Buca de Beppo, Applebee's Chili's, Bonefish Grill. I'm going with Fridays because they got the best brownie.
I went with Margaritaville.
How do you like your
I did
coffee?
Chili's.
Nice.
With Splenda, black and unsweetened, half and half, flavored creamer, oat milk. You're more of a tea person. With cinnamon, with sugar, but no milk. That's very specific. I go black and unsweetened.
Okay.
Which of the following would you most want to receive as a gift? What looks to be a ring light.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I
A
think-
ring light?
I think so.
Sunglasses, a Polaroid camera, a coffee cup that says MILF on it, but it says, man, I love frogs. And has two frogs in
It's
an interesting
cute.
position.
It's cute.
a ukulele, a book bag, a nightie,
Mm.
Nightie.
a toasted fireside candle.
Yeah. It's tough.
I'm gonna go with the candle. Give me the toasted fireside,
I will-
and I love that buffalo plaid that's on the candle. as
I
well.
went with the candle as well. Wendy, what did you
Same.
do? Nice.
Candle.
Look at that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, pick an animal: chameleon, parakeet, dog, possum, capybara. What is that? The Australian
Capybara?
thing? Capybara,
It's a drop
sloth, cat, panda. Both dog. Which of the following scares you the
I'm telling
most?
Pumpkin and Pumpkin.
Someone singing off key, commitment, a friend being mad at you, clowns, the dark, spontaneity, monotony, extreme weather.
Mm.
It's a wide range.
Mhm.
Clowns.
I picked clowns too.
I picked a friend being mad at me. I don't like to let disappoint people. I don't like confrontation.
Oh, that's a good answer too.
Uh,
That's a good
mhm.
answer.
Okay, so pick an emoji. Here's a little guy yelling something. The skull, heart, smile emoji with the hearts around it. A tornado, a saxophone. Is that marshmallows on a
I
stick?
think so.
A smiley face with just the eyes, and
Oh no, it's
all of yarn.
sorry, it's not marshmallows, it's an otter.
An otter floating upside down. Interesting. I guess I'll go with the skull, like dead.
Nice.
Dead.
I did that too.
You know.
Because it's
I think I
badass.
did.
What are you?
I did the smiley face with just eyeballs.
Cool.
What are you most likely to splurge on? A tattoo, fancy car, trip with friends, bottle service, kitchen appliances, cryptocurrency, a new designer bag, or new clothes? Well, I do like to buy a lot of flannels. I guess. Well, I like a good tattoo. I haven't had one in a while, but a trip with friends. Say that.
I did
Same.
that too. Oh my god, we're
Yeah.
gonna have the same answers.
All right.
Yes,
What sounds like
same
an ideal situation for your birthday?
Mm.
Karaoke, a huge party at the club, a huge house party, a boat party, picnic at the park, a solo day at home with good food and a movie marathon, a lavish meal at a restaurant, or a small intimate party with friends. Does that mean like a threesome or
No.
an intimate party?
Like a throuple.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna say, karaoke or, I guess I'll go a small intimate party with friends, even if it doesn't
That's
mean
what I said.
the other thing. Yeah. Okay. Submit.
All right, what'd you get, Tara?
Loading.
Uh-oh.
What trope are you?
You're the slow burn trope.
Oh, nice. Okay.
slow
You know
burn.
that sometimes the best way to approach a situation is to take the long way. Whether that means taking your time courting a cutie or taking the scenic route on a road trip.
Okay.
What did y'all get?
Wendy, what'd you get?
I got the hurt comfort trope.
Okay.
You're hot. You're cold. Is there any Gemini in your chart by chance? I don't think so. When executed well, hurt comfort is one of my favorite tropes, and therefore I feel a kinship with you, dear quiz taker. I feel like you know all about balance in life and are a creative person. Also, you're hot. Wow, they took off
That sounded
my
a little
answers.
biased.
Yeah,
Wow.
it sounds like they're picking up on you a little bit, Wendy.
Apparently.
Well, I have the friends to lovers trope.
Oh.
It's almost like enemies to lovers, but make it sweet and cute. You like romance, but you like friendship too. And maybe you even confuse the two sometimes. But hey, that's okay. People love you. Seriously, you are one of the most popular tropes. I did make that last part up.
Did you write that yourself?
I did not. It's right here. See, look, Kat, you're awesome. Everyone
you
loves you. Yep,
No.
that's what it said.
Okay.
I do like a good hurt comfort. They got it right. I also like slow burn, and I like enemies to.
I do too. I like enemies to
Mhm.
friends, and I like slow burn too. Though I do like a slow burn.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there you go.
Well, I feel like we
Right.
know a little bit more about each other and ourselves.
I agree.
Yeah. Go take the autostraddle quiz if you'd like to find out what trope you are.
I agree.
What is your trope? Well, Friday was Disney Day, and we were all excited about Disney Day because we were sure we were getting an Obi-Wan trailer.
Disney Plus Day.
Disney Plus Day, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's
Disney
fine.
Plus Day.
Yes.
And we did not get
No.
an Obi-Wan trailer. We got a little behind the scenes clip, which is fine. Talking to Obi-Wan and Deborah Chow, the director. I don't know if she's like showrunner director of all of it, but
all of it, yeah.
I think, yeah. And then talking about the show and that Hayden's back and showing some lightsaber training.
Yeah.
But there's some like artwork, some,
Concept
whatever.
art, yeah.
Concept art, that's the word. But no teaser trailer, no hint of anything that they've filmed up until now.
No, nothing.
So in that sense, pretty disappointed. I mean, Disney Plus showed a lot of stuff. I mean, they have a like a little video up on if you have Disney Plus that you can watch, and it shows a lot of clips from the 3 Marvel series that they've already done.
Yeah, like WandaVision was
yeah,
sort
they
of
had some
featured
extensive
in a
looks
way
at that.
for some
Yeah.
reason.
But then they show an extended clip from Hawkeye, and my gosh, stop getting me so excited for this. I cannot wait. It was a fantastically done like chase sequence where the camera is like spinning around to the back and then it comes back around to them and
Yeah.
then she pops out of the side of the car and it goes with her, and it looks like a very well done chase, shooting arrows, fun scene, and I am so hyped for this.
And their chemistry is very good. The sort
Yeah.
of like mentor-mentee type relationship that they have is good. And
very good.
somehow they're making me enjoy what's his name? Jeremy
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner.
Hawkeye.
I'm like,
they are
okay.
pulling
Hawkeye.
off what I thought was impossible. And
Exactly.
all the reviews I've read have been fantastic and say Haley Steinfeld is like an immediate fantastic addition to Marvel, and she steals the scene she's in, and she's amazingly
Love
good.
it. And so
and they're already like looking forward to her and Florence meeting up.
she's going to be the new Hawkeye, right? Is that
Yeah.
what's happening
Yes.
here? Okay.
Yes.
I assume.
That's
Speaking
great.
of Haley Steinfeld, the new season of Dickinson dropped on November 5th. So 3 episodes. Now there are 5 episodes available.
Great.
Go check it out. I watched the first episode.
And that's on Disney.
There's some
Is it on Disney Plus?
girls kissing. So it's pretty nice.
Haley's having a moment. Dickinson,
Yes.
Hawkeye.
Go Haley.
They announced a whole bunch of other shows as well. You saw a little preview of Moon Knight with
Mhm.
Oscar Isaac. I don't really know much of anything about that, but it looks interesting from the clips.
It does.
Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk.
Yes.
Had some stuff from that.
That looks fun.
Agatha House of Harkness. Not really
Mhm.
anything other than the title
Title
card.
card.
Well, mostly just had title cards. Echo, Ironheart, I Am Groot, Secret Invasion, What If Season 2. I mean, there's, a bunch of stuff
Marvel
coming.
Zombies.
That's all nice. They
Yeah.
didn't really show anything to do with Andor, the Cassian Andor series, or really any of the Star Wars, did they?
No, they just.
It was mostly Marvel and then some other Disney, like,
Yeah.
the new Home Alone, yippee. But there was,
There-
and I feel like I kind of neglected to really pay that much attention to everything that came out because I was just like, where's Obi-Wan? Where's
Yeah,
Obi-Wan?
there's
Obi-Wan?
a definite lack of Star Wars content on Disney Plus Day.
I feel like
Hmm.
there's got to be a reason because they know people are hyped.
They just didn't have
They
anything
just
to
don't
show.
have- Right. They don't have enough.
That's
They
it.
Maybe
may have to delay some of the stuff too.
I think they announced there's like a behind the scenes like Boba Fett retrospective thing getting ready for that.
Yes,
But
you're right.
I
That looks cool,
maybe
but
they don't feel like they need to hype it up. They're like, they're all going to show up for the Star Wars. We don't even need to
I mean,
make a big deal about it.
to be fair, and so this Disney Plus Day was celebrating the 1 year anniversary of the streaming network
2 year.
launching. I can't believe it's been a year.
2 years,
Nope,
right?
it's been 2 years.
It's been
2
2
years, Kat.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
2
Wow.
years.
So I'm sure they feel the need to like celebrate it, but like that's not really. There was just nothing that I saw was like, oh, that's crazy, that's amazing.
Right.
If I don't have a subscription already, I would definitely want it. Like if you don't have one yet and you have seen and heard about Mandalorian and all the Marvel shows and you don't
Yeah.
want a subscription, nothing I saw is going to make me want to get a subscription.
Mhm.
So I don't
They
know. It
should have,
just seemed
if
like a
they
bit of
had
a
something
letdown.
ready to release on Disney Plus Day, that would have helped them.
Yeah.
Like
they
as far
did
as an actual
Shang-
show.
Shang-Chi did at least hit Disney
Oh,
Plus,
okay.
I think, that day.
That's cool.
So there's that. But I mean, there was no news show that debuted.
Right.
It was like a big marketing thing too. They announced some new Pop Funkos. Yes, Fennec Shan, Ming-Na Wen's character.
Right.
I'm totally going to be getting that.
It's cool.
And I think they even had like Disney Day T-shirts. Like they tried to make this a big thing. And
Right.
trust me, and I worked at the TV station, and Disney was having a thing. We had a live shot at Disney, not for Disney Plus Day, but for just like their Christmas. Here's a bunch of fun stuff that's going to be going on at Christmas at Disney.
Sure.
But I could see the ABC station and like Good Morning America. They were having all sorts of Disney Plus Day. So there may have been more things, going on like on television or whatever, talking about it. But I mean, as far as things that were released online and trailers, for the stuff that we're looking for, not a lot.
Not so much.
Not so much.
Not so much.
I mean, there's a lot of Star Wars coming out. There's a huge list, film and TV wise. So I'm sure we're going to get as soon as I feel like they're going to maybe have like some other big celebration of the Obi-Wan teaser. I can't imagine it's just going to be like, oh, here it is.
Right.
They know people are obsessed with wanting to see that. But I was all hyped. I was like, we're going to so talk up that Obi-Wan teaser. And then, no, we're not.
Womp,
Oh,
womp. Actually, I have
Yeah.
something for that.
Whoa, fun.
Wow.
So
That's
there you go.
pretty incredible there.
Is that on your
Um,
fancy music making machine?
It sure
Your
is.
Simon Says machine?
You bet it.
Your Simon?
womp, 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 womp.
Absolutely.
Red, pink, green,
Anyway.
yellow. Beep boop, beep boop.
Beep, beep,
Oh,
boop,
wow.
bop, bop. Anyway.
Wow. They could have just done that on Disney Plus Day. Just have us make noises.
It doesn't
Very
take much
exciting.
to entertain us, to be perfectly
Mhm.
honest.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
Just flashes, lights, and colors. Ooh.
Oh, colors.
Well,
All
I
right.
think
So there you go.
the show's deteriorating quickly.
That was a snop. Snop and a snop.
We snopped it.
Yeah. I mean, at least there's a Shang-Chi on Disney Plus now. That was my favorite thing to come out of the day because I really want to see that.
I know.
So,
I gotta see it
thanks
too.
for that, at least.
We should watch it. Should we watch it as a podcast?
I do. I want to.
Talk
Sure.
about it. Okay.
Yeah, let's do. I'm sad I never got to the theater to see it.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
So at least I can see it now. All right, then. Well, if you want to tell us the results, if you're going to take the trope quiz, the fanfic trope quiz,
Do
what did
it.
you get? We
Do
want to
it.
know.
Do it.
On the Twitter, you can tell us at She Nerds Out. No, at Snot Podcast with 1D.
Or on Facebook and Instagram at She Nerds Out Podcast.
You can send us an email to shenerdsOut@gmail.com, or you can go to shenerdsOut.com. You can catch up on episodes. You can buy merch coming soon. Hashtag Gay for Tara. You can link to all the socials that my co-host just told you about, and you can buy us a beer. That's also nice. Leaves a voicemail, all those sorts of things. If you want to send us actual mail, something physical that we can touch and open and unbox, you can send that
Press, if you will.
we'll
What?
press it. Tell us whatever you want to do.
Caress.
We'll do to it. You can send that to Snop.
Whoa, cat.
No. I said what I said. Send that to Snop, P.O. Box 6732, Burbank, California 91501.
So
Damn.
much. So many options. All right. Well, and I promise to you, Gay for Tara and Slew Crew,
Slew
I'm
Crew.
going to get to work on those shirts.
Slew Crew.
I have no part in this.
So you say.
That was
we know
Tara.
you started the movement. On that note, I'm going to go ice my weary breaking shoulder from the zip lining experience. And she nerds out.
Out.
She nerds out. We're girls that like girls that like nerdy things. Nerdy things.
Slew Crew.
Ow.